This week in ICT BTEC, you're going to be looking at the law. Specifically, you're going to look at graphics and the law. It's not a long task, task 3, but it is an important one in relation to the work you're doing. So, the objectives are, I want you to be able to know how the UK law governs copywriting of images. I want you to be able to explain the differences between copyrighted and royalty-free images. And then I want you to be able to relate that knowledge to the work you're currently undertaking. Right, activity just to warm your brains up and assess some prior knowledge. I want you to create a 2-column table. I want you to write copyright on the left, non-copyright and royalty-free on the right-hand side. And then underneath, I want you to just write down as many words, as many facts that you know that could relate to copyright and royalty-free. And actually for this task, I want you to look at video, sound, and images, and write down anything you and perhaps a partner know. Once you've done that, I want you to keep it somewhere safe, because we're going to look at that in Wednesday's lesson and discuss it further, and it will also be evidence that you have done the activity. Pause the video now while you do it. Alright, if you've done the activity, we can now move on. So, copyright. An image is copyrighted when it has an owner who is responsible for how the image is used or copied. The permission of an image must always be sought before images are used in circumstances where the image will aid financial or promotional purposes. Copyright-free, fairly obviously, means that the image is without copyright. It can be used by anyone, and they can usually be accessed from a range of online sources. Getting permission. In all instances, you should try to gain permission for images that you wish to use, and the permission should come from the owner of the copyright and the owner of the said image. A record should also be kept of sources used for your images, so you need to be keeping a list of perhaps websites you've accessed things from, or if you've taken them yourself, you still need to write down image was sourced by self using a digital camera. Task 3, prep. So ahead of actually handing in task 3, there's something I want you to do for Wednesday's lesson. So here's the little mini scenario. You've been asked by the company legal department to write a policy, a set of guidance for young graphic artists about copyright law and how it relates to the project you are currently working on. This should be completed, printed, and handed in the first lesson on Wednesday for me to proofread. Okay, I expect it to be there at the start of the lesson, so please come to the lesson with it already printed. Good luck, I will see you on Wednesday, and then we will move on to setting up the actual task 3 and getting that completed.